Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Zara. I am a medical student and a content creator based in Nigeria, West Africa. And if it's your first time stopping by, please do subscribe and join the family. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys how I gained admission into medical school. This is kind of like a story time. I don't think I've ever shared this here on my channel, so I decided to do it now. This is not I'm not giving you guys steps on how to gain admission into medical school. That video is coming very soon. But this is a story time. This is my own story because I feel like everybody has a story to share, and if they want to, I mean, they should, or they should be allowed to. I know that recently I've been getting a lot of non-Nigerian subscribers or watchers. I mean, people from outside Nigeria who are watching my content, mostly because of my YouTube shorts. Sometimes I may have to explain certain things that you follow because this is story time. Everybody should follow. So I finished high school in 2015. Normally in Nigeria, when you're in like your final year in high school, that's senior secondary school 3, you take a series of exams and you just go straight into the university. You just want to advance in your educational journey, you know. So I was a science student, which is necessary for you to apply to medical school. So I was a science student and I took a series of exams in 2015. The first one was JAMB. That was my first time ever encountering that thing they called JAMB. I filled my JAMB form. I put medicine and surgery because it has always been medicine or nothing. So I filled my JAMB form. I put medicine and surgery, but then I had chosen unilag as my preferred university. I had chosen unilag as my preferred university because I lived in Lagos all my life. I still do live in Lagos. I am not adventurous. I don't consider myself adventurous. So I don't like to go to where I don't really know. So unilag was like the next best thing for me. So it was like, I live in Lagos, unilag is in Lagos. It's just perfect. Those who do not know, unilag means the University of Lagos. So I live in Lagos. The University in Lagos, the Federal University in Lagos, is called unilag. So I chose unilag. I actually wrote my exam in unilag, which was so crazy. My mom and I were just checking the school. We're going around the school because I'm actually the first child, so it was also like an experience, a journey for my mom also, you get. So we're just going around the school and I was like, oh my god, this is my school, this is okay. We went, oh my, it was such an amazing experience, honestly. JAMB, okay, I've been saying JAMB a lot because it's what people know it as. You know that is UTME. The right thing to say is UTME, so forgive me if I say JAMB and if I say WAEC, because that's what everybody knows it as. So it doesn't take a long time before the result comes out. So when my result came out, I was disappointed because it wasn't what I expected. Like when I finished writing, my mom asked me, okay, I should rate myself, because my mom does this thing that we do, this thing that when we finish an exam, we're like, rate yourself. What do you think you're getting? Why were you not able to answer what you were not able to answer? So it's kind of a thing that we have going for us. So she asked me to rate myself that day that I finished the exam, and I did rate myself. I think when I rated myself like 260, 270. But trust JAMB, when I saw my score, my first JAMB score, it wasn't bad. It wasn't a horrible score. But for what I was aiming to get, it wasn't a good score. I mean, I got 240 or 230, something along that line. So looking at it, it's not a horrible school. I can get into any other faculties or departments or courses of my choice, but for what I wanted, these people are looking for 300, 280, 290, 300 and something, and I'm here getting less than 250. It wasn't good, but I didn't lose hope. I carried on, I continued. I was studying hard for WAEC. I passed my WAEC, passed my NECO. I thought nothing of it. Next in line was post-UT TME. Long story short, 2015 did not work out. So I was like, okay, what am I going to do for 1 year? What exactly am I going to do in my life? Because I don't just like to be less busy. If I find myself less busy, I do something. I learn a new skill. Knowing how to do makeup is because I hate being less busy. Knowing how to take pictures and edit videos is because I hate being less busy. So I was like, what am I going to do next? Then a friend of mine told me about a course, a 1-year program that I've talked about on this channel before. It's called JUPEB. So basically I enrolled for that program. I went for the interview, I picked the form, I basically did everything that was necessary to do, and I got admitted into the program. And with this program, you're able to take direct entry without writing JAMB. So it was a good option. I could have just put all my eggs in one basket, but no. While doing JUPEB, I was preparing for my second JAMB, which was in 2016, and my JUPEB experience also helped me in like studying for my JAMB and preparing for my JAMB, because JUPEB was like A levels, like advanced levels, higher than O levels. So it kept me in touch with my books, with my physics, my chemistry, my biology. It kept me in touch, and it made me productive because I was reading, I was studying, because I had 2 exams to pass, you guys. I was really studying. Aside keeping me in touch with my books and making me productive, JUPEB was also a motivation by the way we were addressed. We do physics, chemistry, biology, almost the same thing as what the first years would do, but they called our courses 001. For example, instead of Bio 101, it was Bio 001, because we were in nothing. We were just floating in the air. So it was a mixture of pain, sadness, this is not where I'm supposed to be, that was happening to me. All that just motivated me to push on my energy, and that is where my late nights actually started. If I think back seriously, that's where I started keeping late nights. You guys, I was studying my books till 1, 2, 3, and I had classes by 7. No, we had to hustle venues with the first years because we're having our classes in the same place. They had to schedule the timetable in a way that we're not going to distract them and they were not going to distract us, and we're paying a lot of money, you guys. We're paying a lot of money. That's why, if you can, just pass JAMB once and for all before you do any like extra program or anything like that, because that's money. But the good thing was that if I pass this exam, apply for direct entry, I can gain admission into 2nd year of medicine, and it will just be as if I never lost any year of my life, you know. So story, yada yada yada. I wrote my JAMB while I was doing JUPEB, my second JAMB, my last JAMB, while I was doing JUPEB, and I passed well. I think I got 270 something. Guys, I can't remember these figures because medicine has entered my life. I don't remember basic things anymore. So I passed my JAMB, if I do say so myself. All my JAMBs, I've been passing them. So I passed it. I did my JUPEB. I also passed my JUPEB. JUPEB was over 15, and I got a 13. So it was ABB or AAB. I don't know. Basically, you have 3 courses. You take 3 courses, and each of them is like over 5, graded A to E or A to F. Shall count 5 and go downwards. So I got an A. I don't know if I got 1 A and 2 B's or 2 A's and 1 B's, something like that. But in total, I got a 13 over 15, which was a really good score, because the cutoff mark for medicine then was, I think, either was 10 or 12 or in between that. so I was above the cut. So that was the easy part. Like taking those exams, that was the easy part. Okay, they were not necessarily like easy to take the exams and everything, because you have to put in effort. You can't just pass an exam by chance. Okay, maybe you can once in a while, but it's not consistent. So you have to put in the effort and pass it. But it was the easier part. The less easier part, the harder part, or the hardest part was waiting. Hey, my God, waiting to see your name on the admission list. You guys, there was a miracle that happened that year, 2016, and I must say this. In 2016, for some weird reason, that was the only year that instead of taking post-UTME, WAEC results was used. There was no medical emergency. There was no pandemic. There was actually nothing. Nothing happened to warrant the fact that, okay, nobody comes for post-UTME. I'm talking about my school. I don't know about any other school. Maybe some schools wrote, but maybe private uni, they wrote post-UTME in 2016. But federal uni did not write post-UTME in 2016. You guys, they used the WAEC, and that was a miracle. Every exam you take in life is important, whether it matters at that point or not. At that moment, I was grateful for myself. I was grateful for my high school. I was grateful for my parents that took me to my high school. I was grateful for my result, because my WAEC result was good. So, but at that point, then in 2016, I wasn't feeling like this. I was like, why are they using WAEC results? Like, you know, post-UTME is easy to know. Okay, if you pass your post-UTME, they add it to this, they divide by 2, they get it over 400, and you know whether you're it or not. But WAEC results, I had no clue what they wanted to do with it. I didn't know if, like, my WAEC result was good enough as I thought. But after, in retrospect, I was grateful that my WAEC result was good, you guys. If you know my school, you know that post-UTME is more difficult than JAMB, than UTME. If you think JAMB is hard, then come and write post-UTME in a federal university. Then you will know that gaining admission is a survival skill. Is a survival. You had a strategy, my dear, because JAMB had past questions. They had, like, every year they are adding to their past questions. Somebody is bringing out the JAMB that came out, and they're adding to their past questions, and they now have like a bank. But for post-UTME, where do you begin? You read your JAMB past question, fine, but these people can be literally ready for you and set something that is not really on your level, or you think is not on your level. My dear, post-UTME is more difficult than JAMB. So results came out around August in 2016. Fast forward to September, when the first list came out. When the results came out, I had hope. I had a lot of hope, because in my head, my WAEC score boosted my JAMB score, so it took it higher. It was now more than what I scored in JAMB, to get as my like aggregate. So first list came out. I searched and searched, my brothers, my sisters. I searched and searched. I opened, I closed. I opened, I closed. I searched and searched, but I did not find my name. I cried. I cried. I thought all hope was lost. So this was the list for UTME. The direct entry list wasn't out yet. But honestly, in my heart of heart, I did not want to gain admission into second year because I thought that was when I would write second MB. I told my mother, I was like, Mom, I don't want to gain admission into second year. I want to go to first year. But it wasn't really a problem because I heard that you can step down if you want to step down. So if I'd gotten through direct entry to JUPEB, I would have stepped down. So it wasn't really a problem, but I was honestly praying to gain admission with UTME, with JAMB. So I'll just follow my people and be going. You guys start from scratch, you know, build something strong and something solid. And again, I didn't want to write second MB in second year because I thought that you write second MB in second year then. So I wasn't ready for that exam. I kind of knew about the exam and I wasn't ready in my head. Mentally, I wasn't ready for that exam. So then I packed my bag and baggages. And I said I was leaving my father's house to go and travel because I can't stay in this place. So I left. I came down to the east again. By the way, I did my JUPEB in my uni, my current uni at the moment. So I left home, came down to the east just to wait here with faith. Like I came down to the east with faith that once the just bring out that next list or direct entry list, I'm going straight to school, you know. The first list came out in September, ending of September. That's the first list. The second list came out ending of November. 2 months of heartache. That is what the school gave me. 2 months. So, second list came out. My brothers, my sisters, I searched and searched. I what? Searched and searched. Thank you for repeating it after. I searched and searched. Lo and behold, my name was on that list. Can't remember the number, but my name was on that list, you guys. This girl had gained admission already. Took up my phone, called my mother. UTME, not direct entry. I think direct entry list came out the next day, but UTME had already come out. That's all I needed. You guys, I called my family. I said, hello, you people, your girl is now a doctor. Yeah, this doctor we wanna be. He's very close. We're now in medical school. This was what? 6 years ago. I'll be 2020. 6 years ago. You guys, 6 years ago. If not for COVID. If not for COVID, by now, would have been preparing for what? Has job. But it's fine. All things work together for the good of those that love the Lord. Romans 8:28. So, called my parents. I called home. Told my mom, mommy, daddy, you guys, your daughter is not a doctor. I don't really want to know it. Your daughter is not a doctor. So I was staying in my auntie's place there, my cousins. I went to my cousins. I showed her. Everyone was happy for me. Next day, I went to pay acceptance fee. When acceptance fee cleared, I paid school fees. I carried my bag and baggages to where? To campus, to school, to become what? To become a student. I had missed 2 whole months of lectures. 2 whole months. So you guys, this is my short story on how I gained admission to study medicine in a Nigerian university. So before I bring this video to a close, I feel like I should say a few things because I get a lot of emails, DMs, and even comments, people telling me to advise them that they've been applying to medical school for 4 years, 5 years, some ridiculous amount of years. The honest truth is that I may not have the best thing to say because I am not wearing the shoe that pinches. Even if our case may seem similar, it is not, because I don't know what kind of support you have around you, because it's very important. Applying for JAMB over and over again it starts to give you some sort of mental wahala. You begin to doubt yourself. You begin to have a lot of imposter syndrome. Your support system is very, very important. And I'll say this to you, that everything will work out. Maybe not the way you want it to work out, but all things work for good. You may not see it now, you may see it in retrospect, not now when it happens. But all things work together for those that love the Lord. So just trust God and everything will work out fine. But then again, we should also learn to tell ourselves the truth. If you keep doing something over and over and over and over again and you see no change, you see no results, it is time to evaluate that situation. Maybe you keep applying to a particular school over and over and over again. It is time for a change. I may not know what it may be, but evaluate your situation. Please don't do one thing over and over and over again. Because now, before I say medicine or nothing, but now it is medicine and everything I have interest in doing. YouTube, I never knew I would do YouTube. I never knew I would like making videos and editing videos 6 years ago. So it's no longer medicine or nothing, it's medicine and. So if you're applying for that amount of years, my honest advice is that I'm not saying you should stop applying, because it's obviously something you want to do for you to be consistent like that. I'm not saying you should stop applying, but I'm only saying that you should have something you're doing on the side. Don't allow yourself a long period of time of unproductivity, because when you finally get what you want, it will be difficult for you. It may be difficult for you to shape yourself into that student life situation. So apply for a HND program, apply for an ND program, teach in a school, I don't know, do something, start a business, whatever it may be, but do not allow yourself a period of unproductivity. Because even with that, okay, someone once told me that when you write your first JAMB and you don't get an admission and you write your second JAMB, it's going to be lower than the first. The reason is because most people take their second JAMB after 1 year of unproductivity. Not necessarily that you're not doing anything, you're not going for lectures, but your productivity is not consistent. Most people probably start reading few months to their exam and not the very first day that they check the admission list and they don't see their name. I mean, one of the things that actually helped me was JUPEB, my A-levels that I was doing. Imagine not doing anything at that time and just being in this hole of like, oh my god, my mates are in school, I'm checking Instagram, somebody's posting about matriculation, I'm checking this. There's just a lot of heartache, headache everywhere. But I was always like, my classes ran from 7 to literally 4, 5, and I was coming back. I would still rest, eat, and start reading by 10 till 2 or 3. So because of that, because of what I was engaging, I was not unproductive. I was always learning. I was always in a learning environment and in a learning space, and this is important. Ending this video on a lighter note, this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching till this point of the video. If you watched this point of the video, tell me, I don't know, tell me your admission story in the comments. If you are a medical student, if you're a doctor, how did you gain admission? Was it just straight out of secondary school? Did you have to cross some hurdles? How did you feel? And how did you overcome all the pressure, all the nosy people asking you, oh, are you in the uni now? Are you really studying medicine now? You know? So how did you overcome it? You know, you may be helping somebody without knowing. And yeah guys, this is the end of the video. I'll see you guys in my next one. Don't forget to subscribe if you've not subscribed. Like this video and leave your comments in the comment section. Keep being amazing, and I love you as always. Bye.